Quick little video on how to ID cams between first and second generation, as well as what to look for when inspecting cams. So on all the cams on the bottom, it'll say exhaust rear, or it might say intake rear or intake front or whatever. So see, intake front. Now that tells you where they belong on the bike. However, that doesn't tell you which generation they're from. The way you tell that apart is on the end, there is, on the black part here, there's a ABCD or EFGH I. So this cam marked B is a first gen. ABCD are first gen. D, A, so these are all first gen. C, also first gen. I hope I find a second gen. Alright, so here is a G marked cam. So that's a second gen. As well as J. Okay, so anyway, first four letters of the alphabet, first gen, next four letters, second gen. Now, things to look for when looking over cams. You're looking for abnormal wear on the lobes. The lobes are coated with, I'm not actually sure what the metal is, but they're hard coated. So if that gets scratched or worn through, then the lobe will actually deteriorate really quickly. The other thing to look for is that on the bearing surfaces, these are just dirty and oily. But the other thing to look for is that on the bearing surfaces, let me see if I can wipe one down. There isn't a whole ton of weird wear or scratches, like this little nick here. Doesn't really feel like anything. But what you're looking for is that where the cam rides on the bearing, that there isn't anything worn through or scratches, gouges, etc. So these little stripes are pretty normal. That's just a difference. I guess it was riding on this part a lot more than on the others. As long as there's oil in the motor, these shouldn't make too much of a difference. But if you see things like this, that's probably too deep, and that's probably gouged just enough that as it spins, it'll probably start machining down the head, like cutting it, scratching it up, and then this thing will kind of wobble. So this is probably not a cam that I would want to reuse, even though it's a second gen. So there's kind of the quick rundown for things to look for. Unfortunately, I don't have any cams with lobe wear. I did look these over before, but that would look pretty much the same. Instead of one flat shiny surface, you would have nicks or gouges or scratches. So hope that helps somebody. Thanks.